Kayla is with us in Indianapolis. Hi, Kayla. How are you?
Hi, Dave and Christy. How are you guys?
Great. What's going on?
So I'm currently pregnant. I'm due November 10th with my second son. And this time around, I'm doing things a little differently. I'm doing things the Dave way. So we're about ready to start baby step one. And it really makes me nervous to only have $1,000 once he's here. So I was wondering if we could stay in stork mode for, say, 6 months, just to get enough for once he's here and make sure everything's okay, and then we jump into baby step two. I know that the $1,000 is supposed to push you and give you that momentum, but it just really makes me nervous only having $1,000 with a newborn.
Well, to start out with, we tell you not to do pay money on debt while you're pregnant. So just pile
Right.
of cash
Yeah, we had it.
as big as you can pile until November 10th. But now you've had a baby. This is your second one. This is not a mystery.
Which is exactly why I'm asking this question.
I mean, what did you have? How did your life financially turn upside down in the first 6 months? They just eat formula and diapers.
True, but I didn't have a very supportive partner. We're no longer together, and he actually doesn't even help with my son. So that's not the case with my husband, but I'm saying I know what can happen, and if something happened with my car.
Well, what can happen?
If something happened with my car.
Your car? Babies break cars?
No, they don't. But if I needed that money for him, I'm just not sure if $1,000 is sitting on $1,000.
You don't need that money for him. You needed it for the car a minute ago.
Kayla, let me jump in here. Kayla. So the mindset typically when we talk about saving up while you're pregnant is the idea is to get the baby safely here. When your baby is safely here, which is what we would pray for and hope for you, you've done this before, that's the idea. Then once the baby's here and you've adjusted and you give yourself a minute, then yes, you can go back to paying off debt because things are different now. Now, what I hear in your question, and maybe I'm reading into it, but what I hear in your question is, Kayla, you've got some wounds from how this went last time. You didn't have a supportive partner last time. You had to do things on your own. That was scary, and that fear is still with you, and I hear you. But what we encourage people to do is we want you to make decisions based on facts, not on fear. Right now, sounds like you're in a great situation. You've got some money saved up. You're going to keep saving it up. When the baby is here safely, you can begin to pay on that debt again, and you will be bringing this baby home with a supportive spouse in a different situation. So I just want to encourage you. Yes, that fear taught you something, but we don't have to live in that fear and worry because there's no amount of money that's going to relieve that fear. That seems like that's that past wound talking to me. And the idea is we want to get that baby here. When you get the baby here safely, you can start to pay on that debt again.
Once baby's here and safe in your situation, hon, the reason I'm poking at you is 99% of your world is predictable. It is formula, diapers, and pediatrician bills, and they become part of the budget. And you don't need an emergency fund for those things. And there's no boogie monster in the closet. There's just not.
Does maternity leave factor into that at all? Unpaid maternity leave? That's another reason.
I guess you're going to have to put that in your budget, right?
Okay.
I mean, if you guys can you live on his income?
Yeah, I believe so. It would be very tight. Right now, we make around $90,000, both of us.
What does he make?
He makes, that's take home for both of us. He makes $85,000.
Okay.
On his own, and that's not.
And you make $5,000?
Take home, it's about $5,000 a month for him. For me, it's almost $4,000 a month.
I'm sorry. I thought you said he made $85,000 a year.
He does. That's not take home though. His take home is about $5,000,
honey,
so $43,000.
You can live on $85,000 a year with 2 babies. You can do it.
Why do you feel like you can't, Kayla? Do you have too much house or something?
She doesn't have a budget. Is why she doesn't. So you're dealing with all these emotional stuff, and you're dealing with no facts at all. And you're dealing with the past wounds that Christy's talking about, and you've got this vague thing in your head. You just told me your husband makes $85,000 a year, and you have 2 kids. If you miss out a little bit of income while you're out on maternity leave, zippy. Tighten up the old belt and stay out of the restaurants. You can do this. That's very, very, very doable. Okay. So yeah, don't add pregnancy drama to this discussion. It's just all you got to do is lay out these numbers and walk it straight through. This is very doable. Christy's done it. Rachel's done it. You've done it. You can do it. And the $1,000 is not a problem. Not a problem at all.